What's up, Movie 3 Schmoedown fans? It's me again. I'm back yesterday. I had to catch up on a Schmoedown match that I've missed. Ethan Irwin versus Dan Murrell. This one is another one that I've missed, but I finally got some time to watch it. It's Who's the Boss versus Shazam. They've been talking a lot about it on SCN Live lately, but fortunately for me, they didn't actually outright say who won. So I didn't get spoiled like I usually do with these matches lately. So I gotta say, I give the slightest of edges to Shazam. Just because I think they're playing much better than they did last year. I mean, they won the tournament last year, I believe. They were at Spectacular. They got their asses kicked at Spectacular. But Who's the Boss has been pretty much out of the game. I mean, Riley and Bateman haven't played in a very long time. I don't know if ring rust is going to affect them. We have been proven it multiple times in the past that ring rust is a thing in the Schmoedown. So I don't know, but it'll be nice to finally see Riley compete again. I've been waiting for this for a very long time now. So as you can see, I'm also going to be competing. I don't know if it's a 5-round match. Probably not, but after my previous very embarrassing performance with the Irwin and Murrell match. Now, granted, it was a championship match, so the questions were a lot harder, but still, that aside, I did terribly in that match. Again, as per usual, I'm hoping for 10 questions right in a team's match. This is not an Inner Geek match. This is not a Star Wars match. These aren't the types of matches that I do particularly well in. But again, if I can get past the 7 points that I usually have been getting lately, I'm going to be a pretty happy Schmoedown fan. So let's see who's going to win versus in the Who's the Boss versus Shazam match. Here we go.
Welcome back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. Schmoedown Throwdown, yet another one. I feel like we've been doing these every week now. Usually they're once a month, but for all the patrons and for all people who are joining us via the schmoedownlive.com, welcome, because I don't even know if you can say we have an undercard. This is a double main event if I've ever seen one. This is a #1 contender match. It is the team's title match. All of the horsemen on the card. This is a crazy, crazy event. And as always, Mark Ellis joins me. Mark, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, Christian, I'm doing great. As you see that word behind me, I'm not the strongest speller in the world, but it starts with T, and I think it means teams, which means a whole lot of competitors that know a ton about movie trivia are about to appear on screen. Right now, it's just you and me hyping the folks up at home. Thank you to all of our Patreon members who are watching this. Thanks to everybody who bought this on pay-per-view. You're definitely getting your money's worth. And for anyone who thinks old Mark Ellis, baby carrots, doesn't read the chat, Corey Ross, I'm glad you're watching us and baseball at the same time. Christian, it's sports, it's entertainment, it's the Schmoedown, and we got a barn burner of a doozy of a doubleheader tonight.
We have a great, great event for everybody here today because there's so many stakes that are on the line. I mean, look, let's just start with the faction standings alone. There's so much happening in the realm of everything that's been going on with the tournaments, right? But you look right now, as it is today, Swag is in the lead. 35 points they have. Corruption and the Finstock Exchange are all tied up at 32 points. The Finstock Exchange could get a 2-point, could get 2 points ahead of Corruption with an undercard win, right? Then they could get even more points ahead should the Founding Fathers hold on to those titles tonight. The other side is that they could stay at 32, and Corruption could wind up tying Swag for first place should Corruption take the titles tonight. So there's a lot at stake. That's just one side of it. The other side is, you know, the Quirky Mercs and Shazam trying to build back up and get a title shot. But Mark, the other thing when it comes to the contender shot and the teams, you can take the standings down. The team.
Let them see the money here. Come on.
The teams themselves and what it's going to be. If Who's the Boss and Founding Fathers both win tonight, well, then the Finstock Exchange has a massive decision to make because neither one of those teams will be eligible for the tournament coming up.
Yeah, that's correct. Look, I don't think anybody is really all that confident in making a two-team parlay bet here tonight. You'd be lucky to knock one of these two matches right in Vegas because they're just so closely knotted. Like you said, Founding Fathers and Corruption headlining the match. There's going to be a lot of war of words between both the teams and the managers there for sure. But when you look at this matchup that we are previewing that's about to happen, you have Shazam, and they're just so lovable. The team chemistry is right there. But when you look at who's the boss, who is the boss of that team? Is it Ice Cold Ben, the boss Bateman, or is it Mark Yodi Riley, a legend of the game, looking to restore his good dignity at the top of the Schmoedown heap?
Well, it's also a question is how's Ben Bateman going to do in the digital age? We haven't seen him compete since his loss to Dan Murrell in February. We haven't seen it. Oh, that's not true. We saw that was the last match that we saw because also Who's the Boss played up against the Odd Couple and set the scoring points. So he has played well in both of his matches that he's played, but he hasn't played digitally. And the same can be said for Mark Riley. They played very well together. Shazam, on the other hand, is coming off this massive win last week against Final Exam. So they're looking good. Bibiani is looking good. The kid coming off of a victory in the singles tournament over Alonso Duralde. So he's feeling good right now. So then that team, they won the tournament last year. And they beat the team that beat Who's the Boss last season. So this is this is a pick'em fight. There's no doubt about it. Now the main event, obviously,
above the line,
when you get Corruption versus the Founding Fathers. This is the fourth time that these four gentlemen have squared up against each other. Hard to say that Dan Murrell is not on fire right now. The man is on fire. See what he did against Ethan Irwin. But so is John Roca. John Roca also had an incredible match against Ethan Irwin. Sudden death as well.
It was a tough loss, okay, and I'll put it like that. But when you look at Dan Murrell, Christian, can you really say the guy's on fire? Can't we just at this point call him the Human Torch? I mean, he hasn't been extinguished in a long time. And with John Roca, I think John Roca, there's a level of redemption. We know he's the outlaw. We know he loves envisioning himself walking into an old West town. Nobody's seen him for a little while, and he's back. He could establish that here tonight, but he is going up against Corruption, who is just feeling themselves. And you have maybe the two best studied buddies in the entire Schmoedown with Mike Kalinowski and Chance Ellison. And you talk about a second to none managerial force, look no further than Shannon Barney. So I think you're going to see a lot of fireworks here tonight. But when it's all said and done, who can get that knowledge? We know it's all in there, Christian. Right. We know they know every answer to every question we could possibly ask, but who's going to get it out in a timely fashion and get W's here tonight?
It's the fourth time that they have competed against each other. It is the second time it is for the title. Corruption leads the overall war 2-1, but the Founding Fathers took the only 5-rounder that they've played in Orlando when they took the title. So there is a heated rivalry. It's the biggest teams rivalry maybe that we've ever had when it comes to the fourth time that any two teams have ever played each other. Yeah. So that's a thing. But we're talking about the undercard right now, and we're talking about, like I said, I don't even know if you can call it an undercard. You have you got 3 former champions on these teams. You got Ben Bateman, former champion, Mark Riley, former 2-time champion, William Bibiani, former champion, and the kid who's a free-for-all legend. Plus, they won the teams tournament last year. Both of these teams have won the teams tournament at one point in the Schmoedown. So these are classic teams looking to get that shot against the winner of Founding Fathers and Corruption. And there's a whole lot of story with these two, and you're going to see exactly how it came to be right now.
This is what I have so far. It's a mysterious boss and a Shazam lightning thing. See? Who's the boss versus Shazam?
And your winner!
Oh my god, this is going to take years off my young life.
A lot of people think that here at Shazam, I'm the calm one, and the kid is the one who freaks out a lot.
Last Friday, I got a little stressed out.
We knew this was going to be neck and neck, but it was Uncut Gems. I like this more than Uncut Gems.
Now, the kid's finding his way into a sense of normalcy and zen, but Bibbs is breaking.
Billy Boy Bibiani is having trouble against us. He's 0-3 in the last 3 matches. Beat him in New York. We just keep beating these guys.
Brendan Meyer, William the Beast Bibiani, you guys know your stuff. But let's make no mistake about it. I really want that team belt. And I intend to go get it.
Who's the boss?
When Riley is next to Bateman, his game is elevated to levels I haven't seen before.
A team belt I've been, tasting ever since I got that close against Shirewolves with my pal, Ben Bateman. All we have to do is get that title shot. Well, Bibbs, Brendan, let's go through you.
Let her roll the film, guys. Let her roll the film, guys. Let her roll the film, guys.
I'm sorry. That was just something I used to do. I was having a good time. No, I'm ready. I'm ready to start.
And your winner by way of knockout.
So yeah, I feel good about my record against these guys. Think of it, I've actually never lost to Bibbs. I've played against him a couple times. He was on a team called Cinemaniacs. They were a fun team. I sometimes like to think about that match.
They're an amazing team. They won the team's tournament. But I got total faith in my partner, William Bibiani.
New biographical dictionary of film. New biographical dictionary of film.
I got faith in myself, and I got faith in Koi Jandrew.
There's a part here. There's the warfare. There's the knowing how to play tactics, how to get in other people's heads, and that's what we're trying to do. But also the game.
I actually managed against Koi. You guys know that? In January, Koi and I went head-to-head. I was managing the great Dan Merle, and Koi started his career as a manager with Shazam 0-1. So I know a lot about this team, and I'm very excited to take them on.
Here we go. Who's the Boss has got to go through Shazam. And what better way to do it than on a pay-per-view event?
I know it's 50-50. I know it's a coin toss. I know there's no point in getting stressed. There's got to be zen.
This is ours. We're gonna play the game today. Today, Shazam. Play the game.
Like I said, you could figure this could be the main event, and it probably would be. You could headline this at any live event. If we were doing live events right now, Mark, if it was Chicago, New York, Boston, wherever, these two teams could be headlining. I mean, look, the history, and the question is, though, the big question is, how much is Ben Bateman in the head of William Bibiani and the kid, because you look at what he's done, you look at the way that even on Twitter, the things that he's been doing on Twitter and subtle shots and taking it, because he gives him a compliment and then it's kind of like he throws his backhand at him after he gives the compliment with a little smirk on his face, and he knows what he's doing and he knows this kind of his mental warfare that he's doing. And the question is it effective? It seems to be, because every time William Bibiani is not near Ben Bateman, he finds a way to reference him. He finds a way to do something. He seems like he's clearly in his head, and could that hurt the Beast going into this match?
Well, certainly with that promo, you saw a few people who look like they're keeping it together. Then you saw Bibiani and you saw Koi, and people are losing their minds quite literally in this pre-show. But once you get under the white-hot spotlight of Schmoedown competition, Christian, sometimes having an opponent in your head is a good thing. It's pushing you to get that extra answer just in the nick of time. If you can just take them out of your hypothalamus region and put them on your shoulder as the devil, then you can have an angel over here with Bibiani. That's clearly the kid, Brendan Meyer. I think it could actually work in his favor, but time will tell. In about an hour, we're going to know who came out on top.
Well, we're going to find out in just a moment, and it's going to be massive. It's a massive, massive match. And to bring in both of the managers right now for the Finstock Exchange, Mr. Gucci himself and Koi Jandrew. All right, let's start with you here, Gucci. This is a massive night for you. You've got all of the horsemen on the card here. You got the champions looking to defend, and then you have Who's the Boss looking to get back to that team's title shot, which they have not had since the Shirewolves. How are Who's the Boss feeling going into this match against Shazam?
I mean, look, big-time players do big-time things. That's why we're always on big cards, because we're big-time players. Plus, we play for championships. Look, Who's the Boss, besides the Founding Fathers, are the best team in this league. That's just the point blank. And like I said earlier, when you put these two guys together, they're both ferocious competitors singles. But when you put them together, virtually unstoppable. Like I said, Billy Boy has lost the last couple of matches against the Finstock Exchange. The kid looks like he needs some sedatives. They're in our back pocket. I'm not really too worried about this. We've studied hard, and we're coming ready to play. It's just the bottom line. It's facts.
All right. Well, thanks for wearing, I guess, what passes as a shirt in your household. Coy, you looked a little frazzled. I don't want to criticize you, but you looked a little out of sorts in that promo. So how have you managed to calm down? And has that been because you have ultra confidence in Shazam?
I actually I cleaned up as soon as I realized, and literally, like, I feel better that Ben Bateman really likes talking about the Schmoedown, and that's what I feel like this is. He'd rather take his time, like, jumping up on other people's interviews and crashing conversations and talking on backstage than actually, studying or doing the work. So I that immediately really helped shift my perspective, and I feel like Mark Riley, he's much more of a quirky merc than belonging on the exchange. So I'd rather invite him over to my side of the street than beat him, but I'm ready to beat him. So I feel good. I was a lot more stressed about Final Exam as soon as I realized that, like, wait, it's Ben Bateman, and I love Mark Riley, but it's Ben Bateman and Mark Riley. So I guess we'll just win. It feels nice. I'm excited for this match. I'm excited to watch. I'm pretty comfortable.
It's funny, Coy, as you see, like, there are a lot of managers that kind of go back and forth with each other and have jabs at one another. And I haven't really seen you, but there is something about Ben Bateman in the exchange that even gets you from, the super smiles into, like, all right, let's scrap. It brings that UFC side out of you. I can see that. But I will also have to say this here, as we look at what the kid has done so far in the tournament. He won his first match against Alonzo. Bibiani has his match coming up here against James White. But, look, points are something that you guys need for sure. There's no doubt about it. And Gucci, you guys need points in order to catch corruption right now. If you win this match, you take sole possession of second place. So how are you preparing for that at all, or just let's focus on the match and win?
Yeah, we're focusing on the match here. Faction points will come. We know that. We're not too worried about that at all. By the end of the day here, we'll be in first place.
All right. Well, look, we're going to put you guys out. Good luck to you both. Like we said, the winner of this will face the winners of the main event for the championship. All right. Getting rid of both Gucci and the one and only Coy Jandreau. All right. Mark, are you ready?
Oh, Christian, this is what I've been waiting for all week. The dog is maybe still awake. I'm here. Let's do the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much. Finally decided to clean up my act. I'm here ready. I'm early. Let's do this.
Come on, you got knocked out last week, bud.
Big match tonight against Shazam. I don't understand what you mean.
Lon, this is well. First, you do look. I mean, are you kidding me? The first time you actually look like you're coherent is in a match you're not even playing.
I put on a dress shirt. I'm here in the office. I came in special on a Friday.
Be honest, whose office is that?
It's an office. It's an office.
No one knows. No, you are not supposed to be in that office. You know that, right?
Listen, if you sign up as part of the janitorial staff, you get access to the whole building. That's the rule.
All right. Well, I have terrible news for you. You and your team, Paulo Yama, were knocked out last week, and you're no longer in this little mini tournament. Now, whether you're not in the big tournament, I have no idea. You've got to talk to your manager, Winston Marshall, to find out. But this is not your match here tonight, my friend.
Oh, well, that is very disappointing. And it really does go back to my original theory that it is not worth trying. So
Juan, we're proud of you. Keep on this path. Juan,
He's gone. He's gone.
I think we've lost him forever.
He's gone.
There's no coming back for that young man or that poor dog.
Listen. I mean, where was that guy the last couple of weeks?
I don't know, but he fell from such high places. He was in an ivory tower, and now he doesn't even have an ivory bar of soap.
All right. Well, you want to start the actual match?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first. Representing the Quirky Mercs with a record of 6 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout. They are the 2019 Ultimate Schmoedown Team winners. The Kid, Brendan Meyer, and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World,
William Bibiani. This is Shazam.
Hey, everybody.
Makes sense.
Hey.
Upside down.
I got turned around a little bit in the waiting room. Sorry.
Yeah, well, it looks like Lon did that to everybody. Welcome back. Look, last week, massive victory for you guys. Kid, you had a big week because not only did you have that match, and you started off shaky in last week's match, but then you came back and you had a little bit of looked like it was going to be a stumble, and you came back and you beat a very game opponent in Alonzo Duralde. So do you how you feeling right now coming off those two big victories here?
I feel great. I mean, it's great. I mean, especially with the new format and the long layoff, I think it's great that Shazam's had a match and we've had a win like that. And yeah, it was a little shaky at the start of last match, but we still won. So I have to remember that. And no matter what happens in this match, we can still win from any position. And yeah, against Alonzo, it was really just the one stumble, and it almost cost me the whole match. That's how good Alonzo is. He's that good. And that's how so many of these singles matches are going to be from here on out, I think, with all these different competitors. It's like it might be one mistake, which is crazy, but that's the way the league is now.
William, I'm sure you're paying homage to Pauly Shore's entrance in Son-in-Law. There's been some words from Who's the Boss about Shazam not even really being a roadblock necessarily. We've seen some talk this week, both on Schmoedown programs like Backstage and the Facebook page for the fans, that maybe Shazam isn't all it's cracked up to be. What do you have to say to your opponents who you're about to go to battle with?
That's what you say when you're scared of losing, honestly. Because what did he say the Backstage before this week? They said the only thing they were worried about was final exam. We beat final exam, so we must be the superior opponent. Or they were always worried about us and trying to psych us out. Either way, we're the team to beat right now. We're the team that's here right now. We're the team that has excellent stats, and I'm feeling really good about this.
All right. Well, the other thing,
too much blood rush to your head. If he's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
I'm not cool with it for the whole match. I'll tell you that much.
That's fine.
No, it's not. So when we get to the Mercs, though, I'll ask the kid here. How important is it to get these points up for the Mercs as you guys start to fight back? Because obviously you have both yourself and William in the singles tournament here, and Tim Franco in the singles tournament, and Perry in the singles tournament. You guys moving through, but how important is this to get one step closer to the titles?
It's super important. I mean, the title matches are worth more points. It's the opportunity to play another title match if you win the title. So there's a lot on the line. And look, it's possible that if we were to go in the teams tournament, there's like more points on the board, but it's so competitive that you can never know what's going to happen. So the chance that we have ahead of us to get those potential championship points is pretty awesome.
All right. Well, you guys have entered. We're going to move you to the waiting room as we meet your opponents. And Bibiani will fix his camera. Please do. It's incredibly distracting.
I know.
All right.
Do you want to bring Lon back? I mean, you got to choose one or the other here, Christian.
Maybe, but it's like, come on, let's just play the match. And their opponents. Representing the Finstock Exchange, with a record of 7 wins, 3 defeats, and 3 knockouts. The former 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Mark Yudi Riley. Movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, Ben the Boss Bateman. Who's the boss? Woo! Ready to go. Pumped up. Who's the boss? Haven't played in a little bit here, gentlemen, together since the massive victory and setting the points record against the Odd Couple. So Riley, let's start with you, man. This is your first digital match here, and there is something about playing with Ben Bateman for you that has brought, like as Tom said, like has brought your best out. What is that?
I think it's
It's a lot of things. Good to see you again, boys. Ben Bateman is one of the best in the game. We've seen that. And there was something that was awakened when we got together, the strategy, the competition, the looking at different players and learning and maybe figuring out weaknesses and a whole new level of the game that I just enjoy. And watching us play at a high level, that just kind of whets the appetite more to win. And I love that Bateman then went on. Look at what he did. He went and won the belt, and he's up for it again. So the two of us just seem to complement each other so well that it just feels so good when we get in that rhythm.
Yeah, we're looking at two of the best competitors and obviously two of the best hairlines in the entire Schmoedown. Ben, there's been some talk, and you're very good on backstage at keeping your personal strategic movements at bay from the crowd for the most part. But we've been hearing that you may be in William Bibbiani's head. Is that a goal for you? Do you need to get inside the head of your opponents in order to fully be confident in your ability to win?
Look, I was for all intents and purposes, I was born in William Bibbiani's head. I don't think there's any way that I could ever get me out of it. So I don't even have to try anymore. I honestly just go about my day. I eat lunch. I drink water, whatever it is I'm doing that, helps keep me a winner. And I'm psyching Bib out all the time. So he was upside down. Did you guys see that too?
I saw that. Yeah,
we did note it. It has been noted, and we'll see if it's dealt with.
Well, look, Ben, let me ask you before we bring back your opponents here. The other thing is you have this massive match against Andrew Guy next week, as we see Jericho and Smith, and you guys are on the undercard of that match, or again, another co-main event. Does this match, plus preparing for that match, does that hurt? Does that help? Because that's a massive. That's the biggest stage that we're probably ever going to have on the Schmoedown, or that we've had on the Schmoedown, I should say. And you guys are representing the Schmoedown. So how do you feel about doing both of those?
Well, I liken my my off season, since losing to Dan, sort of like Jordan when he retired for a year and a half. He decided he was going to come back. He had to just amass all the strength that he had. He was going to win 3 more titles. And for me, I know, starting today, I need 4 wins in a row. And those 4 wins in a row are going to be 2 more belts. And that's all it really is to me. I've just been putting it together. I've been kind of lining it up. I feel really good about it. Did you guys know that Bibbiani's good at stats, by the way? I don't know if he said that or if anyone else mentioned that, but he's got really, really impressive stats in the Schmoedown. Sorry, losing my train of thought here. So I'm ready. I'm excited. I take this team very, very seriously. I'm just gonna play a good, clean game today.
All right. Well, Ben Bateman, Mark Riley, and now we will bring in Bibbiani. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our competitors have entered the virtual battlefield. Mark, how does it go?
Bibbs, I think we met in the middle, and I think everybody's proud of you. The rules of round number 1 are as follows. It is the team format, but round number 1 is an individual exercise of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. 8 questions are asked to the field. As soon as you hear the question, please write down your best attempt at an answer with whatever utensil you have handy on whatever writing surface you prefer. Once we ask you by name or nickname to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to your cam. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. You must put your pens down after the 15-second time is called. I'll remind each team of your 3 usages. Please do not breathe during my rule reading. Of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. You're not sure you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself more time. Use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the match. You may initiate the challenge. Either team member may do so, but then we'll bring your manager in. They will ultimately confirm and ratify that said challenge is taking place. Christian, it's been a lot of talk. It's been a lot of hype, and we are finally here. And although Bibbs is properly upside, Molly's inverted. Let's do it.
All right. So our competitors have hit the virtual ring, and we start with Bibbiani. Are you ready?
I changed my camera angle under duress.
Thank you. And the kid, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are someone in the room with you?
No. My dad was telling me that the mic was a little too close to my face here, I think. So am I too loud for you guys? Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, you are going to be grounded if you lose, son.
Yeah, no worries. But nobody's in the room. You can see there's nobody in the room.
Okay, fine. Ben, are you good?
I'm ready to roll, man.
And Riley.
Let's go.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. All right, round number 1. Question number 1. Here it is. Action adventure. What 2013 film sees Tom Cruise playing a drone technician on the devastated version of Earth in the year 2077?
Wow. Jeez. Harloff's bringing the wood early.
Trying to.
It's a tough question to read. I didn't even process it.
Well, I just had 2 burgers while we were going through that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Ben Bateman.
I have Oblivion.
Yes. William Bibiani.
Yes. Point for me.
Oblivion, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right.
Mark Riley.
Oblivion.
Yes. And the kid.
Oblivion.
Correct. Around the horn. All right. Next question there, Mark.
All right, we move to family films. And your question for a point. You'll find Joey Kramer, Paul Rubens, and Sarah Jessica Parker in what 1986 film directed by Randall Kleiser? That is Joey Kramer, an actor, not the drummer from Aerosmith.
It's true.
Tell me what it takes to let you go, Christian.
5.
It's a total guess
4,
on my part. I have no
3,
idea.
2, 1. All right. Repeat. First repeat.
Okay.
All right. We are in the category of family films. You'll find Joey Kramer, Paul Rubens, and Sarah Jessica Parker in what 1986 film directed by Randall Kleiser?
Sarah Jessica Parker is the best Jessica Parker.
I will ratify that challenge.
5, 4,
Oh,
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, and we start with William Bibiani.
Flight of the Navigator.
Yes. Mark Riley.
Didn't have it.
The kid.
Didn't have it.
And Bateman.
I just wrote down Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, nice.
Right. All right. So both Ben and Bibiani getting it, and Riley and the kid miss. And we get to question number 3. Question number 3. Here it is. Dramas.
Is that the drama?
Oh, sorry.
night?
I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. It's hard with the mic.
Don't make your dad come back in there, Brendan.
All right. Dramas. Who directed the 1991 film Boys in the Hood?
Christian, I'm going to start mowing lawns around my neighborhood and raise money to buy everyone a webcam and a black magic marker.
Breathing apparatus. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Mark Riley.
That'd be John Singleton.
Yes, it would. The kid.
John Singleton.
Bibiani.
The late lamented John Singleton.
Yes, and Bateman.
John Singleton.
That is correct. That is correct. All right. Next question, Mark.
Yeah, it's in the world of Oscar movies. Remember that ceremony that doesn't need a host? Here's your question. What 2004 Marvel movie sequel won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects? Clever writers here.
Writers have been phenomenal, by the way. Lately.
Giving away some pieces of information here and there. Well done.
It's been phenomenal. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Second one.
All right. And
thanks, Riley.
This is in the world of Oscar movies. What 2004 Marvel movie sequel won the Oscar for Best Visual Effects? It appears 6 gentlemen on screen, and Smaug the Dragon just woke up.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with the kid.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes. Ben Bateman.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes. And William Bibiani.
Only the second Marvel film to win an Academy Award, Spider-Man 2.
And Mark Riley.
Really?
Didn't get it.
Didn't get it. All right. Riley missed. Bateman, do you have another pen, by the way, besides that one? Do you have a black one by any chance?
I do. It was kind of running out of ink, but I can try it.
Try it.
I think we can make it out okay if we can,
Yeah,
but we really just hate Carolina Blue because I went to Wake Forest.
All right. So now we have Shazam going up by 1 here as it is 7-6. 7-6 as we get to our next question. Next question, number 5. Fantasy sci-fi. Which TV actress plays paramedic Anya Thorensen in 2018's Annihilation?
What was the dinner of choice at Costa de Harloff? I talked to you on the phone, and it sounded like something was going down your gullet.
No, my lovely daughter just left me 2 burgers from In-N-Out. 5, 4, 3,
I think I can
2.
see your face.
Repeat.
I can't remember the name.
All right, that's first one by William. Go ahead. This is me. All right, here it is. Which TV actress plays paramedic Anya Thorensen in 2018's Annihilation?
So you sent your daughter to In-N-Out. I won't ask any more questions. I will remind the chat, please do not comment with your attempt at a correct or incorrect or jokey answer, or you'll be
5,
asked to leave.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Pens down, hands up. I'm starting with Bateman.
I had Gina Rodriguez.
It's correct. William?
Didn't have it.
Didn't have it. Riley?
Didn't have it.
And the kid?
Gina Rodriguez.
So once again, so now I can see it. So the kid gets it. Bateman has gone perfect now. So far, and he's the only one who have not missed. But Shazam is still up now by 1, I believe. Okay.
Wait, Christian, I'm sorry. You said I thought Beast got that one.
No, he did not.
No, the kid got that one.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, you missed. So you're not perfect. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're a jerk.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Well,
Okay.
and there's a free ball for
I made a
everyone.
mistake, so we'll keep going.
It is
I'm
a
sure make many
1-point
more.
game.
Pride
and
cometh
we
before the fall.
move on to the category, so everyone's on the same team. Comedies. Very, very.
I thought we had a sound effect for that.
I'll just read the question. Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key tried to retrieve their kitten from a gang in what 2016 film?
Cut the tension with a knife.
You really could, man.
Christian, I'm having a great time. I got to tell you. I win more when I have fun, so.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Please, pens down, and starting with William.
Keanu.
Yes. And Riley.
Keanu.
Ben Riley.
The kid.
Keanu.
Yes. And Bateman.
I also had Keanu.
Yes, you did. Okay. All right. So now Bateman's still perfect here, and we find ourselves at.
Let's draw my eraser. Give me a second to grab it.
That's right. And our next question is horror thriller. That's our next question. Horror thriller with Shazam up 10-9 as we get to our next question. Here it is. Horror thriller.
Yeah.
Okay. Who plays Renee Lambert, wife to Patrick Wilson and mother of possessed Dalton in the Insidious franchise?
Scary movies, which you have seen.
I don't know if I've seen this one.
You saw the first one.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I
5,
think I made you.
I don't know, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the
1.
question.
All right, so that's the last one. Here it is.
Wow,
last
3
one.
round 1.
And who plays Renee Lambert, wife to Patrick Wilson and mother of possessed Dalton in the Insidious franchise?
All right, see how that factors into the match, Christian, with who's the boss, trailing by 1, using all 3 JTE rules.
Yeah, does it pay off? That's the big question.
Hey, you got them. Might as well use them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Riley.
Rose Byrne.
Yes. The kid.
Rose Byrne.
Yep. And Bibiani.
Rose Byrne.
And Ben.
Didn't get it.
Didn't get it. So Ben
Oh,
missed.
wow. Right after you made that comment. Crazy how that works.
So look at that as we see who's the boss now down.
I like it. I like it. Let's do this, boys.
It's always
All right.
fun.
All right. So let's get to the next question. Next question, Mark. It is the final question in round number 1.
You are correct, Christian, for a point. And now for a point for the competitors. Your question is in the world of animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question. Sony Pictures Animation made their feature film debut with this 2006 comedy about a bear and a deer fighting off human hunters.
I didn't know that was their debut.
Who do you got, Christian? In a bear versus a deer. Do you give the deer any shot?
Get
You should
away.
see the movie, Mark.
Antlers.
5, true. 4, 3, 2, 1.
did
Pens
voiceover
down. Pens down. Hands
practice
up.
that
Pens
movie.
down. Hands up. Bateman.
Open
I wrote
season.
Hunted.
It's incorrect. William.
Is it Barnyard?
Incorrect. Riley.
Open range.
Incorrect. And the kid.
Was it open season?
Yes, it was.
Oh, nice.
The kid nails it. And look at that. And Shazam now goes up, I believe, by 3, I believe.
13-10. That is correct.
13-10. 13-10.
Good job, the kid.
We get to round number 2. Round number 2, Mark. Our managers have entered the building, and now you will read the rules for round 2.
I certainly will. The rules for round number 2. Each team gets a spin at that thar wheel. It's a virtual wheel. I'm not bringing it to 4 different households. But once you settle on a category, the team will be asked 6 questions from said genre of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question is worth 2 points. No penalty for missing a question. However, stealing, it's available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Teams may confer. Their 2 members may decide amongst themselves the answer for each and every question. We do ask the teams, if they have been deliberating, just let us know that your answer is your final answer. Be a big help.
All right. Well, we're going to put out who's the boss first.
Okay.
60 seconds, Coy, to decide if you guys want to go first or second, starting now.
Hey, Coy.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Coy. How you feel? I mean, I kind of feel like we should let them go, but what do you guys feel?
I feel the same.
Okay.
We talked about it in the beginning. I agree with our assessment of why, and especially now, but I want you guys to know in these 60 seconds, that was an incredible first round. How's the boss is doing whatever they're going to do. And I feel like Bateman talks about you more than I talk about Deadpool, so just don't let it affect you. It's
Look,
not really.
I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies.
I
don't think we should tolerate bullies at the Schmoedown. Someone needs to stand up to them. That's all it was. But I will back down.
We'll stand
have
up
the
to
rest of
him
the
later.
match.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree in general, but during the game, let's keep it here. Why's the boss doesn't matter, man. Let's just get through this to win the championship, and we'll deal with whoever they are next. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's let them spin.
Great.
Let's do
All
it.
right, so we're going to drop you guys. So Coy will stay. Coy, remember to have your hands up at all time in the actual chat room, and we are going to remove Shazam. Shazam will be moved into another room entirely as we bring back who's the boss. You guys, Tom, you got 60 seconds to talk to your competitors before we spin, and Shazam will be able to watch their spin, obviously, too.
Yeah, obviously. Look, guys. Even a blind pig finds an acorn every once in a while. You know, they're doing what they're doing here.
Yeah, man, it's
We're
fine.
not really too worried about it. Tough, a couple of tough questions
first
there.
round. Tough first round. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
We're having fun. Remember, we're having fun. And boss, you're playing great, dude. And we're playing okay. Let's do this thing.
No, we're
fine,
not.
guys.
We're not worried here. This is where we steal everything. We got it.
I feel good about the wheel. I feel good about the round. I can't believe Bibiani thinks I'm a bully. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I was mistaken about him getting one question right or wrong. That's about it. And then Brendan coming back at me with sass. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I love it. He's feeling it. That's what we want in this game. You know, it might be a scrap, and it is. So let's do this, boys. We've been training. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, here it is. Here's the wheel. It is going up, and who's the boss will spin their first one. And unless it lands on opponent's choice, they can choose to spin again if they want to. And here's the spin.
All right, round and round it goes. I see the 70s on there. Anybody going to take that bold choice?
Opponent's choice.
One of those days.
Watch them out there, Finstock. All right, it's like, come on, how many times have you done this show? And now we're going to remove Riley. We're going to bring back the kid. And
All
Coy,
right.
you've got 60 seconds to decide what you want to do starting now.
Hi, Coy.
Nice Coy there. All right.
Okay. Kid, what do you
it's-
think?
I think it's personally based on just other things. I think it's classics or 70s. What are you feeling?
I feel classics. Let's do classics.
Do you want to give him classics?
I think let's give him classics. Coy is a classy kind of guy. I'm sure he'd agree with us if the internet hadn't betrayed him.
Sure. Let's do that.
All right, so it is going to be classics. All right, so we're going to remove you guys out. All right, so wait for the kid and waiting for Bibbs to jump out, and then you guys get classics. You're going to get classics.
Right. Fellas, the way it's going to work, we're going to ask you your 6 questions. Should you miss a question, and then it's up to Shazam to steal, we're going to ask them their steal questions when they're invited back, when it is their turn to answer their slate of 6, and then you'll, vice versa, be invited back at the end of their round 2 to answer any possible steals. So that's how we do it in the virtual world because it's the lawnmower man.
And we're making sure that both Dagnino and Coy have their hands up, please, at all times here. Great. Thank you. All right. Riley, boss, are you ready? And remember, guys, the other thing to remember also is that you can deliberate, and then when you have your answer, make sure that when you give your final answer, you have to give final answer. You have to say, so Steven Spielberg, final answer. So just make sure that is very important before you make your decision. All right, are you ready?
We are.
All right,
We are.
Here it is. First one. What famous musician was the male lead in the films King Creole, Clambake, and Charo?
Clambake.
5.
Multiple choice to me.
4.
Yeah, multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, Elvis Presley, B, Frank Sinatra, C, Dean Martin, D, Ricky Nelson?
What do you think, partner? We got clam bacon there. It sounds like a beach thing. We got Elvis Presley's big on those.
Yeah,
Frank
I've never heard
Sinatra.
of Elvis Presley though. I kind of think Dean Martin maybe.
5, 4.
If you think so,
3,
partner.
2.
Dean Martin, final answer.
That is incorrect. All right,
All right.
Next question. Next question. All right, here it is. What 1960s musical features the characters Henry Higgins and Eliza Doolittle and won the Oscar for Best Picture?
Okay, a 1960s musical that won the Oscar for Best Picture. Oliver won the Oscar for Best Picture in the 60s.
My Fair Lady is
Also won the Oscar for Best Picture.
yeah. I
5.
think it's My Fair Lady.
4.
My Fair Lady, final answer.
It's correct for 2 points.
Nice work, Riley.
Thanks.
All right, next one. In The Wizard of Oz. Sorry, this is. Sorry, got questions worded wrongly.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Switching it.
Thank you. Hey, I understand that reference.
Sorry, I'm switching it. Who won a Best Actress Oscar for the 1945 film Mildred Pierce?
I don't know it offhand, and it's a steal by Brendan because he knows this by heart.
Okay.
So I think it's multiple choice. Yeah,
Let's do it.
multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Betty Davis, B, Olivia de Havilland, C, Vivian Leigh, D, Joan Crawford?
I think it's Olivia de Havilland. Can we hear the multiple choice options one more time?
Once. You can hear them once. And you also get one on the steal, but that's it. A, Betty Davis, B, Olivia de Havilland, C, Vivian Leigh, D, Joan Crawford.
It's either Betty Davis or Olivia de Havilland. I don't think that's one of Betty Davis's Oscars, though. I think it's Olivia de Havilland.
I had Olivia de Havilland too in my head.
I'm going to lean on you for this one, partner. You know this
Olivia
more
de
than me.
Havilland, final answer.
That is incorrect. Incorrect.
It's all right.
All
Shake
right.
it up, dude. Let's go.
So that was question number 3.
3.
Question 3. Here's number 4. All right. What Oscar-winning actor played a tyrannical naval ship captain opposite Henry Fonda in 1955's Mr. Roberts?
Oscar-winning actor in 55 who played a tyrannical ship captain. I don't know it offhand, man, unfortunately.
4.
I don't either, man.
3.
So let's do multiple.
2. All right.
Yep.
Multiple choice. Is it A, Frederick March, B, James Cagney, C, Gary Cooper, D, Humphrey Bogart?
Cagney stands out. It sounds like you could play that.
In 55?
Bogart.
5, 4, 3.
Let's go Cagney.
Jimmy
2.
Cagney, final answer.
Correct for 1 point.
Nice work, Riley.
All right, correct for 1 point.
I don't remember if it
All
was
right.
C or not, but,
So now that was question number 4.
And it's a tied ball game, Christian.
All right, here is 5. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau appeared together in what 1966 comedy?
Is it the
You know
Odd
yours.
Couple?
It's got about the Odd Couple is their big one.
I don't know it by year, but I think that seems like the fairest
5,
guess, right?
4,
Yep.
3.
The
Let's
Odd
do it.
Couple, final answer.
It's incorrect.
Damn it. Fuck. Sorry.
Oop.
Language, gentlemen. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. So our final question here, gentlemen. Final question.
finally.
Here it is. All right. In To Kill a Mockingbird, which actor plays Arthur Boo Radley that the kids spy on for not leaving his house in many years?
It's Robert Duvall.
Positive?
I know it. Positive. Robert
Duvall.
Duvall. Final answer.
Correct for 2 points.
Nice work, Riley.
All right, so that is the end of that round.
Worst round we've ever had. That's what that is.
That is.
All right, we're going to remove.
Let's have fun. Come on.
You guys here. We're going to remove you, and you guys can see what they spin, but we're going to bring back Toy, and we'll wait for the kid, and we will give you guys. You have some. Kid is back.
Oh, someone's got an air conditioner on.
That's Toy.
So sorry, my phone overheated. That's why.
All right.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right. So before we start, you guys are going to have some steal opportunities.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to have some steal opportunities, and
right.
we are going to ask you these. The first one, Mark, I'm trying. Sorry, it just wasn't marked down. The first one that they have, I just want to make sure it was I want to make sure that they did it. It was multiple choice. Okay, both of them.
Okay.
All three of them are multiple choice. All three.
Okay.
Wow. Holy crap.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 multiple choice.
Hope we get them right.
All right, and remember, guys, to say final answer. Once you do. All right.
I'll say final answer.
Just to jump in here for the sake of clarity, 2 are multiple choice. 1 is an outright question.
Oh, that's right. That's the first one. That's the first.
Okay.
That's the first.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right. So here we go, guys. Here's the first one. And this is multiple choice. So
Okay.
All right. What famous musician was the male lead in the films King Creole, Clambake, and Charo?
Oh, that was Elvis.
Sorry,
I forgot. Yeah, okay.
It's
Wait.
A. Elvis Presley, B. Frank Sinatra, C. Dean Martin, D. Ricky Nelson. They said Dean Martin.
Yeah, they shouldn't have said Dean Martin. It's Elvis, right?
I'll trust you on this one. I think so.
Elvis, final answer.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
Okay.
All right. This is also a multiple choice opportunity to steal.
Okay.
Here it is. Who won a Best Actress Oscar for the 1945 film Mildred Pierce? Is it A, Betty Davis, B, Olivia de Havilland, C, Vivian Leigh, D, Joan Crawford?
One sec. What did they say?
What's going on?
I'm going to tell you.
In here now?
I'm going to tell you what they said, kid. Hold on a second.
Sorry.
Hang on. We're in here for a challenge.
What's the challenge?
Oh.
Bibiani said Elvis final answer. It's half a name.
No, because we had multiple choice. Because we had multiple choice.
Any other options that were Elvis?
Hold on. Hold on a second. Well, that's fine. You want to bring? Hold on.
Let's challenge, man. Knock yourself out.
Let's wait, Pips. Do you want to challenge this, guys?
Yes,
absolutely. If I say Idris, not Idris Elba,
no, but not when it's multiple choice, Ben. It's ridiculous.
Doesn't matter what you heard. It's what he said. He needed to be specific. He said Elvis final answer.
Right. I need everybody to listen to me for a second, okay? This is how a challenge works. The manager's going to come in, state his case, and then we'll make the ruling. But we don't need 9 minutes of back and forth between the teams. So, Gucci, what is the challenge on the table?
The challenge is that Bibb said Elvis final answer. There's going to be Elvis Costello. There's a ton of Elvises out there.
No, what?
Did you hear what Ellis said? Just wait.
So,
all right, so that is your challenge. All right, we are going to talk about it. We'll come right back.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just recovering from the reaction that the kid had. I mean, it's a fair challenge, I guess, by Bateman. Just because Bibiani said Elvis before he heard the multiple choice questions, the answers, and he heard Elvis Presley as the answer, and he still said Elvis final answer. And again, because there was multiple choice involved, I don't think they're going to win the challenge, but it's pretty much the same thing as Roka challenging 1960s over 1860s. And whichever match that was, I can't quite remember what it was at this point, but yeah, it's the same basic principle. The only difference is they had multiple choice, and logically they should have known to say Elvis Presley.
All right, we are coming back,
multiple choice, but
and now we will bring back everybody here. All right, Mark, go ahead.
That's right. In the immortal words of Dark Helmet, we're back, and we have the combination. So the challenge on the table is that William Bibiani answered Elvis, but did not complete the answer. The answer was Elvis Presley. In this case, multiple choice options were read. Bibbs did jump in and say Elvis, but as all competitors hear the options of multiple choice, should it get checked to that, we read off the multiple choice options. And because A, B, C, and D, only one of those letters featured a man with the name Elvis. It was Elvis Presley, and so we will award points to William Bibiani and to Shazam, and now out of bounds.
All right, so we're playing drums. All right, so we are going to, who knows with this match. All right, so we're going to remove
war drums of an island.
All right, we're going to remove who's the boss again and Coy. All right, guys, so back to that question. Here it is. Who won and who's the boss has now lost their challenge, by the way.
Damn right they have.
Thank God. Who won a Best Actress Oscar for the 1945 film Mildred Pierce? Is it A, Betty Davis, B, Olivia de Havilland, C, Vivian Lee, or D, Joan Crawford? Who's the boss chose B, Olivia de Havilland?
They should not have done that. It's Joan Crawford, isn't it?
Yeah, that is what I would say. So yes, let's go Joan Crawford.
Crawford.
Final answer.
For one more point. That is another steal for Shazam.
All right.
And this is the 2-pointer right here.
Okay. All right.
This is the 2-pointer. All right, here we go. Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau appear together in what 1966 comedy?
Well, they appeared in a couple together, but I think in 1966 that would have been the
what
Odd
did they
Couple?
say? What did they say?
No, yeah, we need to know what they said. Yeah.
They said the Odd Couple.
Okay, so it's
Well,
not
they
the
said
Odd
the Odd Couple.
Yeah, sorry,
So
you're
it's
gonna
Walter
get
Matthau and Jack Lemmon, 1966. Could it be the fortune cookie, or is that too? It's too early, right? That was later.
That's actually
that was
no,
later.
I think it's pretty good.
4.
I don't think that's right.
3.
I will say the fortune cookie. Final
Fortune
answer.
cookie, final answer.
For 2 points, that is correct.
Yes!
Yeah!
Massive steal. Massive steal as we see. The score here now jumps up. We'll have a score update in just a moment here. And now we're going to drop out Who's the Boss. It is now Shazam 16 and Who's the Boss 15.
I think it should be 17 to 15. I believe
Let them figure it out, kids. So 16, 15, 16, 15 as Shazam had stole a total of 4 points. So 4 points. So 13 plus 4 is 17. So here we go. So here it is. Now we're going to bring up the wheel. Or excuse me, we're going to bring in Coy first. Coy, you got 60 seconds to talk to your competitors.
All right.
Now.
Hey, man.
Hey, Coy.
You're muted, buddy.
Coy, you're muted.
Hello. I can hear you.
Yes.
So that was an interesting series of events. You guys are playing it much cooler. I appreciate cooler heads prevailing. Obviously, I'm looking for where the boss was. That's why my internet died. I was looking. I'm not finding the boss. It's a whole process. You guys are playing like Shazam. They're playing like a team that knows they're facing Shazam. How are you feeling?
I feel so good right now.
I feel really good. I know there's a lot of stuff on the wheel that is tricky, so I'm not getting ahead of myself. We'll see what happens, but I feel good. We've done what we need to do.
I totally agree. Let's take our time with this. We have a lot of JTEs of comfort. We also are playing reasonably. So let's look at the wheel. Let's talk about it calmly after this round. Let's stay in our heads, okay? Let's do this.
You got it. You got it. All right.
All right. So here's the wheel. The wheel is up, and Shazam's first spin. Here it is.
It's a good thing.
All right, Kristen. This wheel goes in their favor. We could be looking at something that starts with the letter K.
Which would be
we'll see. All depends.
And
almost
comedy.
I like it. I don't know. What do you
feel
think?
good about it?
I feel good about it.
Let's do it. There's so many things to it. Let's do it. See what happens.
I feel like there are lesser categories, so if we feel confident, I'm not mad at this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Who's the Boss is going to jump out now. Who's the Boss will jump out of the room and go to their own room. And when they do, we will start the category mark of comedy.
All right.
And Gucci McFree, keep your hands up, please. Keep your hands up. And Ben, you guys, Ben and Riley need to drop out of the room, guys.
Ben, what the hell?
Both of you guys need to drop out.
You actually need to leave the room.
Yeah,
as long as we're waiting for me to ask questions about comedy, might as well remind everybody: September 5th, live virtual show, Viper Room.
We're gonna wait for the production team to let us know that Ben and Riley have joined the other room. All right, Riley is in there waiting for Ben and making sure that they're not watching the match.
Yep. Gentlemen, remember?
As soon as we have that, then we will start the round, gentlemen.
Okay.
All right. In the world of comedies,
We don't have. All right. We don't have confirmation on Ben yet that he's in there yet. So just wait.
I'm just building up preamble. I'm just building up hype for the kids in the chat room. Hello, chat. Thank you for bearing with us and for your fervent passion for the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Keep it clean in there. Try not to swear, just like we ask our competitors and managers to not swear.
Ben's in the room.
Great.
And it's time for me to fly, as the great REO Speedwagon once said, into the world of comedies. For 2 points, who plays Stevie's older brother Ian in mid-90s?
Oh, I know this one.
What is it?
I got it. Lucas Hedges, I believe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's the older brother. Yep.
I trust you. Lucas
I'm going to go with
Hedges.
it.
All right. That's correct for 2 points.
2 points. 2 points. All right. Here is the next question.
All right, gentlemen. This is continuing in the world of comedies. Your second question of 6. In the Birdcage, what is the name of Armand's drag club?
Oh, man. Oh, darn it. I've seen it too.
I want to.
If Bibbs cut out, I think he paused there. So we're going to. Sorry, do we have to say multiple choice now before the time's up? Or do we have multiple choice? We'll just go multiple choice.
Can you hear me? Yeah, multiple choice.
All right.
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options.
I could remember.
For 1 point now. Is it A, the Archer, B, Starina's Palace, C, the Birdcage, or D, the Gilded Cage?
Oh, it must. That sounds like it just is the Birdcage, actually.
I think it is actually. You want to say it?
Sure. The Birdcage. Final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct for a point.
All right. Should have guessed my gut.
Was that your gut? I was like trying to think of what could it be but the Birdcage.
No, I was pretty sure, but I haven't seen it in a bit. Let's do it.
All right.
Question 3, and we get an update on the score soon.
That's right. Well, it's now a 5-point game, Christian. And we move on to the third question in round number 2.
That's a lot.
Which film features Vince Vaughn, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Cole Hauser as brothers that run a tourism business in Chicago?
Any idea on this one?
I actually don't. This isn't ringing any bells for me. I guess
We're
we
going
got
to do multiple choice. Yeah.
All right. Your multiple choice options for 1 point. Is it A, The Breakup, B, I Love Your Work, C, Thumbsucker, D, Blackball?
It's either. Which one? Because I'm between B and D. I'm between B and D. So which one do you think?
I think it's The Breakup.
It's
definitely not The Breakup?
5.
Oh, could be. Let's just say that then. All right.
Okay, The Breakup. Final answer.
The Breakup final answer is correct for another point.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, good. I wasn't thinking about how, yes, of course, they could have been the supporting
I knew too many of those other movies. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is question number 3. All right. Question number 3. Here's question number 4, Mark.
All right, gentlemen. In the world of comedies, yuck yucks. Your question. In 2016's Why Him, what band are Bryan Cranston and Megan Mullally obsessed with that even make a small cameo at the end of the film?
Do you know this, Bibbs? I have no idea. I have no idea.
We're going to go multiple choice on this one.
All right. Your multiple choice options for a point. Is it A, Guns N' Roses, B, Kiss, C, Queen, or D, the Eagles?
I genuinely have no idea on this one.
I'm going to. What do you think between Kiss and the Eagles? Those sound the most likely.
I feel like we. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. You just go with your gut. I'm
going to go with my gut. I'm going to say Kiss. Final answer.
Your gut worked. Another point.
Yes.
Wow. And right now, Shazam now is just on a tear. On a tear. And here is the 5th question.
5th question. It is the penultimate question for all you scholars out there. For 2 points in the world of comedies. Who played Dusty Bottoms in Three Amigos?
Oh, that was Chevy Chase.
I don't know. I've never seen this. So you good with it?
I'm 100% confident it was Chevy Chase. Final answer.
Your confidence serves you well. 2 more points for Shazam, Christian. And we careen into the final question in the world of comedies.
We see ourselves now 24-15, I believe. Is that 24-15?
I think that sounds right.
It is 24-15. So if Shazam hits this one here, it is a knockout. It's a knockout.
Okay.
If Shazam hits a 2-pointer, it's a knockout. If it's a 1 point, then it goes to. Then we'll get to round 3. All right. Here is the question.
All right, gentlemen, in the world of comedy, Shazam, I'm asking this question, and just to build up a little bit of suspense for the crowd, if you get this one right off the bat, You win the match by knockout. And here is the question to the team with sensitive microphones and hearts of gold. What Will Ferrell film features the animated realm of Pleasure Town?
Animated realm of Pleasure Town. What Will Ferrell animated film?
Wait. Did they say Will Ferrell animated film? Or did
Yes,
just
they
say
did. Will Ferrell animated film.
4.
Can we go multiple choice?
Yeah, let's
Or
get
repeat the
multiple
question.
choice.
Why don't we repeat the question?
Wait.
Repeat? What do you want? Repeat or multiple?
Let's repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Question. Here it is.
I heard repeat.
Okay.
And your question once again. What Will Ferrell film features the animated realm Pleasure Town?
See, what I'm thinking of, we're talking about the animated realm in Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, when they're having sex.
It depends how confident you are, because I don't want to give up a 2-point steal.
I'm
so what do you
pretty
think?
sure this is right.
Let's go for it.
5.
Okay, Anchorman, The
4.
Legend of Ron Burgundy, final answer. And
you're knockout! The Beast, Bibiani, and the Kid, Shazam! Shazam does it, and boy, did they do it.
Sorry, I'll take my mic out.
They have won the knockout over Ben Bateman and Riley, a knockout victory. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming?
I saw that coming.
I don't know. I mean, that is incredible. Shazam picks up 3 big points. 3 big points. And now they are going for the championship against the winner of the main event tonight. So I got to start here with Coy, man. Look, this is your first round pick. You know, your second round pick. Really, both of these guys' first round pick here. And they really dismantle Who's the Boss, who was just set the points record. And Shazam just kind of threw him away. So how you feeling right now?
These are my guys, and they played like my guys. We talked about this match. We did, our usual amount of prep, and then right at the end, we had a little more conversation going into this, because this to me, and it's a co-main event, and I love that you said that. I love that this match got the respect it deserved. As much crap as I give Who's the Boss, they are an incredible, statistically, in the words of Ben Bateman, team. They do have a good record, and I am very impressed with them, but they're not Shazam. This is a title team. This is a team that wins belts. This is a team that I cannot wait to stop seeing on the undercard. I want to see my boys' pictures. I want to see them on posters. I want to see them holding belts. The quirky mercs are coming, and it started today. Like I said, it started last week. I am so just proud, man. It's so hard not to swear right now. I'm just holding my Boston in, and I'm respecting the pay-per-view. Oh, it hurts. The swearing wants to come.
Bibbs, real quick before Mark wants to ask us something too. This was the first time defeating Ben Bateman, and obviously with all the smack talk that's been going on. And is it I know that you like to be the nice guy a lot of times, but is it a little sweet to be able to not only beat Bateman but also to knock him out?
Look, in a movie, when someone is a bully, you want to see them learn the error of their ways, and you want to see them, become a better person. But in order to do that, they usually have to know that their way of living, their strategy, their cruelty is not rewarded. And hopefully this could send them on the right path, because we didn't want to play mind games here. We don't think the league should be about mind games. We think it should be about knowing movie trivia and knowing all of movie trivia from the dawn of cinema to the present. And that's how we won. And that makes all the difference to me. That means the world to me. That makes me incredibly happy. I mean, even just the challenges. Challenges should not be challenging the game. They should not be challenging the judges to try to put them on the spot. They should be based on actual information. It didn't work for them. It worked for us. We did it. And I honestly think that this win means so much more to me than a lot of other wins. Not because it's Ben Bateman, but just because we fought a top tier team and we knocked them out.
And
that's
look,
impressive. That's good.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, when it comes to, I think Ben is a great guy in real life, and we have a friendship. And so for me, what's funny is that I've said it a lot. Ben Bateman wasn't in my head. Beating Ben wasn't my focus. It was about getting back to those belts. But I will say, it's when we knocked him out that there was a little bit of that. That reaction that I gave is really just like, oh man, it's just, it's crazy, and it's just, and Ben, he was talking smack, and it just feels good to get this win.
We won this our way, and I think that's the thing that matters the most.
You see the joy in Brendan's face and in William. Coy, what does this W do for the future of Shazam, maybe this season, possibly beyond? It feels to me like they have freed themselves of proverbial chains, like My Pet Monster ripping through those orange handcuffs, and now how far can they fly?
I have no doubt in Shazam. I never have. I certainly don't now. I've never doubted them for a moment, and this just puts them where I see them. And to be honest, this puts my team where I see them. This puts the points where I see them. This was a big 3 points for us, because I'm pretty sure this puts us up another couple of spots on that faction. I said I wanted the Modi. I said I wanted to prove it. I said that since the draft that I knew where I wanted to be, and I'm elated, guys. I have no thesaurus without language. This was the game I knew we could play, and it wasn't about them losing. It was about how we won. We won with honor and dignity and with knowledge, and we have JTEs left, and they played like a team. So much love, just an impossible amount of love.
Well, before we get you the Modi, we got to get you a new microphone. So we would like to thank you all, by the way, because congratulations to the way that you guys played. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. It was an absolutely great match. It was look, you guys are, and Bibbs had made a point on this. I believe I don't know if it was on Backstage or where it was, but it may have been a rundown. I don't remember. But either way, he had made a point that what had happened was that, normally the tournament winners would get an automatic #1 contender shot. But they had suffered a TKO by the loss of the champions, and they had to fight their way back. Well, guess what they did? They fought their way back. And they did it against Final Exam, and they just did it against Who's the Boss with a KO over Bateman and Riley.
Quick question. Do we have to change our name to the Boss now?
It's up to you. But
okay.
I mean, the Coy Andrew's going to have.
Are we the boss?
The question. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. And Coy Andrew's going to have a big decision because now Shazam's not in the tournament. So the question is, who's he going to put in the tournament? That's going to be something interesting. But now we bring back Riley, Bateman. Look, I gotta start here with you, Gooch. This is something that normally doesn't happen to you guys. I mean, losses happen to everybody, but KO to the Finstock Exchange usually is on the other side of it. So I mean, you're sitting in darkness right now, and it seems pretty appropriate.
Well, Denzel Washington famously told me the one time, Gucci, a broken clock is right twice a day. And I think that's what happened here. Tough. That we had a tough first round. They played better. There's nothing we could do about that. And an opponent's choice was a tough spin. You're sitting there getting classics, and they were tough questions. And clearly we weren't ready. And they did something here, and they took us out. It's just the way it is.
Riley, it was a tough first round. You had a great second round. But with classics, how are you feeling right now?
Not good, dude. Not good.
No.
I love this team.
Is it just
I don't think I've ever been upset like this. We put in the time. I'm upset, I like winning.
I get it. Yeah.
And the Finstock Exchange has our back. I know that. We've been working hard. And I feel there's a big thing out there, a Schmoedown god that can come in there and do some things that can throw us off. And, it just felt like everything just was against us today. And that's hard to swallow. But I got to say something. Shazam, you guys are great. You guys are great. You're awesome. Thank you for a match. I appreciate it.
All right, Ben, you hear the words of your teammate, you hear your manager speak, and now the microphone goes to you for this question. You're so good, maybe the best the league has ever seen at being analytical about your strategy, about how you go about preparing for a match, and then you always have that factor of luck. So do you chalk it up to just bad misfortune, or was it something else that ultimately fell? Who's the boss?
I mean, it was one thing that felt who's the boss, and it was a tough set of questions in the classics category. It's not a category you can really study for. It's 40 years of movies, 30 years of movies. So you do your best to be ready, and you come in prepared. But look, I've had the good fortune of Spinner's Choice before as well. There's a lot of KOs on my record too on the winners column, and they come from somewhere. I guarantee some of them come from there. So it happens. And look, these guys are incredibly good. I think the idea that the game should be about who knows the most about movie trivia is a little archaic, just because it's not what it is anymore. It's not what the game is. So what the game was today was a lucky spin, and there being one slice on that wheel that we would struggle with. And that was the slice that we got. So, hey, those guys knew those questions. That's the bottom line. I can't really say anything happened other than, we got a tough one, and those guys were there to pick up the pieces every time. When you go up against the best competition in the league, things like this sometimes happen. And it meant a lot to me to try to get this belt, to win. I had a 4-0 run I wanted to start today, and that's not going to happen. And so these guys are going to go on, and they're going to play Founding Fathers, because they're going to beat corruption, and we'll be in the tournament. That'll be what it'll be, and who's the boss will get one more run at this thing. So I agree with Riley. It's upsetting. I wanted to win. I think these guys know a lot about movie trivia, and I think they play the game differently than we do, but the way they played got them that win today. So congratulations to them. And I'll always bring the same attitude to every match that I brought today. That's just who I am. It's how I like to play.
Gucci, I hate to do this to you, but I have to, because this is something that, look, you got a big match coming up here in the main event. It's the champions. It's Dan Merle. It's John Roca. And the only reason I can ask this is because they are on a 2-1 deficit. I mean, it is 2-1. They are they won the last match. Hypothetically, though, if they were not to win this, you are going to be in a position now, because you're going to have to choose either who's the boss or Founding Fathers to be in the tournament. I guess that you'd have to wait until we have to wait and see what happens after the main event to even worry about that. But does that get into your mind right away, or you just got to focus towards the championship?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, when you have some of the best players, you have to make difficult choices. There's not enough room for two teams here, and we get that. It will. I mean, if that, God forbid, that happens, then I think we're going to have a big call and get on there and figure out, who's the best for the exchange at this point. I mean, we needed these points here. This would have been really nice. Didn't happen, unfortunately. Like I said, Bibiani and these guys played great today, and they when opponent's choice comes up, and it's tough. I can't. We have to win the next game. I mean, that's the way we're looking at it right now. And I hope I don't have to make that decision. It's not. It won't be an easy one. Let's put it that way.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and hell of a match. And Riley, we'll see you in the tournament. Ben, we'll see you for your match against Guy this upcoming Friday for the #1 contender shot. All right, removing both Who's the Boss and Gucci. Gucci, we'll see you in just a moment here in the main event. If we have an updated standings, we do see that the Mercs have now jumped up 3 points here, and they now have 17 points. They have 17, I believe that's accurate. 17 points. They pick up three big points as they now are in tied for 4th with the Den and the Dungeon. But they are now really looking good. They have Bibbs in the singles tournament. The kids going on to the second round. The Quirky Mercs have an opportunity for 3 big points plus the championship for the winner coming up here too. And the exchange is now still tied with corruption. So in order for the exchange now to tie Swag, they've got to win this upcoming match here. So this is big. Somewhere Shannon Barney is smiling because the Finstock Exchange did not pull off, and she is now in sole possession of second place. So
that's correct. Yeah, Christian, you call them the faction standings. I call them the ideal for the US of A, because when you look at them, you see the haves, you see have-nots, but you also see a thriving middle class, and that's what the Quirky Mercs have been about all season. They pulled themselves up by them bootstraps, and now they have 17 points, and they're looking to get into that hallowed 30-point tier, and I think that they have the horses to do it. Coy Jandreau, he just has that magic potion right now. I don't know if it's him, if it's Spidey Cat, but whatever it is, they are some team and some faction now to be feared.
All right, well, that was it. That was the first match. Shazam wins by KO over Who's the Boss. Who saw that coming? Not me. So that was an amazing performance by William Bibiani and the kid, and they will be facing either Founding Fathers or Corruption for the team's championship. All right, but the main event is coming up. It's right around the corner. The Founding Fathers versus Corruption, Part 4. And we are going to take a small break. And when we get back, the main event will begin.
We are, Christian, if I may, before we throw to break real quick, though, there is something that needs to be mentioned in the Schmoedown family. Our good friend and one of the backbones of this entire organization, Brian Ward, unfortunately lost his father last night. So we just wanted to send our best wishes and condolences to him and his family. Brian has always not only been a genius graphic designer, but he's been a good friend to all of us. We've gotten to know him in person. So we work personally, professionally, and as good friends with everyone here in the Schmoedown. And I know that I speak on behalf of our entire family when we say, Brian, we're thinking about you. We love you and your family, and that your father should be incredibly proud of the person that he raised. So, Mr. Ward, thank you. And Brian, we're thinking about you, bud.
We love you, Brian.
Okay, well, that was a bit of a sad note to end on, but an appropriate one. Well, the heartbreak on Gucci's face there was a little overwhelming. But I mean, I more or less guessed it at the beginning of the match. I guessed that Shazam is going to win. I never in a million years expected them to win by a knockout. That was just insane, and I'm so happy that this match didn't get too spoiled for me. I heard they mentioned it on SCN Live, which you should watch every week, by the way, every day. They did mention that Ben was doing some mind tricks, that Bibiani called him a bully. They mentioned that stuff, but they never mentioned the fact that Shazam won by a knockout. Speaking of which, this was my score. I only got 4 questions, and they were all round 1 questions. Questions that I'm honestly pretty proud of, like the Keanu stuff. I'm surprised that I was able to pull it off. But yeah, again, this is not. Pay no attention to that. This is not the best of my abilities as far as the Schmoedown goes. But yeah, really great match, very funny. I really enjoyed. Surprisingly enough, I really enjoyed the whole breathing into the mic. It was funny. Just, let's not do that again. Let's just try to avoid that. I really enjoyed all the back and forth between the teams taking shots at each other and the collaboration between both teams. I love seeing that. That's one of the benefits of the digital matches, that you can actually see them conversing with each other. But yeah, this was again a very enjoyable match, very unexpected ending to a match, but that's it for now. And tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to watch the main event, Founding Fathers versus Corruption, for the 4th time. I gotta give my voice some time to rest. So I'm going to sleep now. Thank you guys for watching if you have, and I will see you guys on the next match. Shazam! Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.